day, we pass through places with weird names without even noticing. But did you ever wonder where those names came from? Their origins reveal an interesting piece of Texas history. And an hour southwest of Fort Worth is a place that's totally to die for. Eulogy. Eulogy is a fitting name for this place because it is literally a ghost town.
You know there's not much left in an old Texas town when you ask me to meet you by an oak tree.
That's true. That is so true.
You like how I dressed for a eulogy, by the way?
Yeah, I do. I like black.
Paula Athey grew up here when it was still full of life. As a kid, she played under that old oak tree, but this place got the name Eulogy long before she was here. When it came to naming this town back in 1885, they weren't trying to honor anyone who was dead, but someone who was living.
Eulogy was not the original name they wanted to call this town.
No, Smithville.
Local businessman Charles Smith was the one who proposed Smithville. Why? Because he wanted to name it in honor of Uncle Billy Smith. But there was already a Texas town called Smithville, so they were forced to pick something else, which led Charles's sister Julia to say, well, everyone eulogizes Uncle Billy, so let's call this place Eulogy. I've just got one question. Who the heck is Uncle Billy Smith, and why were they determined to name a town in his honor?
Do you know who this Uncle Billy Smith was?
No, of course not.
In fact, no one I talked to had any idea who Uncle Billy Smith even was. But I wasn't leaving until I found him.
Are you Uncle Billy? Do you know Uncle Billy? No?
Somebody's not amused. I did a lot of digging, and it led me here. William Burley Smith, Charles and Julia's dad. I couldn't find any other Billy Smith, and in a town this small, there likely wasn't another Billy Smith. In other words, they were literally trying to name a town in honor of their dad.
And guys, perhaps the reason that Eulogy ceased to exist was because its heyday was back in the 20s during the era of Prohibition. It was a big bootlegging and moonshine town. So I guess when alcohol was allowed again, I guess that was the end of Eulogy. But I said at the beginning that it was a ghost town. I don't know if you guys noticed. I wish I would have thought about it sooner and had a clip ready for you. But if you saw in that story, the flagpole that was kind of waving back and forth, I swear to you guys, it was the weirdest thing I saw there because there was no wind that day. And that flagpole was making noise. I think it's literally a ghost town. I don't know, but it freaked me out. We got out of there.